at the top with 1 assist per game.
And he's only played in 1 series and 1 game so far. So his average is going to go somewhere from here. It probably won't stay at 1. It might go up. Who knows? It might go down. But he's got a lot of games to play today. 2 series today for him. And once again, we see 2 Cloud9 players there, both on a bye. And it just shows how good Cloud9 is at just scoring goals. But Gimmick, again, #1 in goals and now #2 in assists, probably leading for the MVP running right now.
Yeah, I think so as well. I do think it is a good opportunity, though, for JNaps. JNaps has a big chance to actually take this spot from Gimmick. He has a lot of important matches today, and with Gimmick on that break, we're going to see if JNaps can make something happen here.
This brings us to the race for the top savior. Who's good at saving right now? It's Insolences at 2.06 saves per game. There you see Seabass, Garrett G, Kenobi, Dapper.
And one thing we usually see is like last place teams trying to be near the top. It's only Seabass up there right now. The Insolences is doing a lot of work for this Rogue squad with assists as well as saves. So he's putting in the work while Matt and Sizz are scoring all the goals. But seeing Kenobi up there might be a little bit of a surprise. We see Rizzo. He's that 3rd rotation usually, but Kenobi's the one that cleans up those second shots that come in. So Rizzo's more that midfield, let's try and stop the pressure. If he can't, then Kenobi's the one rotating back and trying to make those last second saves.
Yeah, it's interesting that you sometimes see like the more aggressive players actually with a lot of saves. Like you see Dapper there as well, and you see Insolences who sometimes can be known for being a bit of a ball hawk. So to see him with so many saves shows that these guys are actually putting in a lot of defensive work.
Maybe they're very quick in their offense, but they're also very quick in getting back and making saves. We'll keep an eye on those accolades as the season goes along. Still plenty of room for these teams and these players to step up and really gain a lot of ground there. But let's talk about today. We have a lot of really interesting matches, a lot of very important matches. We're getting well along into the season. This is week 4 out of 5 where all these teams play each other. Ladies and gentlemen, we are only 2 weeks away from the regional championships, so think about that a little bit. But here's what we got on the schedule for today. Starting off with FlyQuest going up against Ghost. I think everyone, though, a lot of people looking at that last match we have today, NRG going up against G2.
Yeah, it's a classic game from North America. The 2 teams that generally are always near the top, where everyone talks about them. Probably the 2 fan favorites as well, with Cloud9 slowly starting to creep into that conversation. But watch out for Renegades as well. They're 1-3. This is their last hope. They have 2 games today. Like, if they lose both, they're done. So they need to come out really strong. And we've seen it before in North America. Like, when your back's against the wall, some of these teams come out, like Denial last season as that 6th seed, taking out G2. So it's very possible. And Denial, they also took out Rogue to even make the playoffs. So don't sleep on any of these teams today. It should be a lot of fun to watch all these matches.
Well, I think with Renegades in particular as well, they've had a lot of great series that they just can't seem to clinch out in the end. And so, I mean, even though on paper it may look like they're doing really just horribly through their stats, they're actually a better team than the stats show.
Yeah, they've definitely had their moments. And these are all best of 5s. So no best of 3s right now, no best of 7s. We're all in the best of 5s for round robin. So plenty of room for these teams to really show that they're better than the rest. But let's get more specific about this first match we have upcoming. Let's take a look at the rosters. It's FlyQuest going up against Ghost. Notably, Corrupted G was your Old Spice Player of the Week last week, leading FlyQuest to a 2-0 standing from last weekend. Meanwhile, Lethamir had a few connection problems last weekend, but hopefully he's back up and running. He showed up in overtime and won a series there for Ghost. So good to have the whole Ghost team here today.
And Chrome versus Classics, 2 teammates from last season, barely missed out on the World Championships. They all split up. Chrome has already played his other teammate in Insolences. That one didn't go too well. So he's hoping to at least split that series versus his old teammates. But both of them love the bump game. So we'll see if that plays in with this new patch. But Corrupted G, you can't say enough about him. Player of the Week from last season, or last week, I should say. And when he has space to shoot, he's going to place it perfectly, and he was doing that all last week versus G2.
Yeah, look through these highlights, and you just see so many long shots taken. He's so good at just finishing the ball, and that final touch, which is so important. We see so many teams playing very aggressive, but they miss that key shot all the way at the end and just puts all that work, and just makes it useless. And Corrupted G, so clutch for his team.
But then Classics as well, without Lethamir there, participated in all 9 goals when they played Allegiance that went all the way to 5 games. Sure, Lethamir did score that overtime goal. Classics got the pass as well, though. Classics was the savior for them, and that's why they're 2-1 run right now. And he's surprised me. The past few seasons, his stats have not been great. He's been very quiet, and I've talked about it a lot. But his name is in all caps now. So maybe it's a new Classics. Maybe he's just yelling about his name all the time. But Corrupted G as well, 1 goal per game, 35 shooting percentage. You can't give him space. And I think this matchup's going to be a bloodbath with this new demolition meta that's coming in.
Right, and I think Classics and Chrome both already talking about the demolitions and how there's just so much easier in this new patch to be, getting Demolitions, it used to be a little bit finicky. Sometimes it wouldn't always come off, but both of them saying that in all their scrims, nothing but demos. So I think seeing Chrome, Classic, seeing how they adapt to that, both of them love the demos.
Yeah.
And this is pretty cool because, you know, Ghost, we haven't seen too much of them, especially their full team in their RLCS so far, which is weird to say because we're all the way in week 4. So this is a very important match, for a very important day for both these two teams as we're leading into week number 5 when we're starting to find out who's going to be involved in the regional championships and who's going to be going down to the relegation tournament. But guys, it's time to use your noodles. Let's get into predictions.
Nice. That was good.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it.
Let's get into predictions. Here we go. Gibbs, why don't you start us off?
This one's tough because I feel like maybe before the patch I'd be a little bit more confident in this one where I would go with Ghost, but with Chrome, with the bump in, and he's known for it already, with this new patch, that might put a wrench in my plans, but I'm still going to go with Ghost here. I shouldn't, because every time I believe in them, then they fail. That's what happens with Classics all the time. So, but with Lethamyr there, we'll see. But I'm going to go Ghost here. I think it'll be a 3-1. I think they can take this, and they will still control their own destiny for top 2.
I'm going to go with FlyQuest on this one. I think it's just so difficult to really trust in Classics. He's so inconsistent.
Didn't he replace you in Season 2 on Genesis?
Hey, go look at those stats, huh?
I'm just saying.
Firing shots at me. Go look at my LAN performances, huh? I am the LAN boy.
I think there's a little bad blood going on. This is bias casting. We can't have this.
Okay, I remember Classics' LAN performance. I'm not going to say anything. Just go take a look. See for yourself.
Oh, man. We're about to find out. Gibbs, I'm with you. I got Ghost. However, Corrupted G looked amazing last week. I picked against FlyQuest last weekend, and that was the wrong decision. I did not think Corrupted G would do as well as he did, and he came out huge and did well for FlyQuest. But I have Ghost this time. I think Lethamyr is an amazing player, and to see this Ghost team fully there because they weren't last weekend. Lethamyr was having connections problems. I'm excited to see that. So what do you think? Let us know. Use the hashtag RLCS on Twitter. Get involved in the Twitch chat as well. But let's get started with league play for week 4 for the Rocket League Championship Series for the North American region. Starting off with the best of 5 between Ghost and FlyQuest with the commentary. It's Wavepunk and Final Carpet.
Axeltos considers it a mistake that he picked against FlyQuest last week, as they went 2-0, had a great week there. So he continues his streak of bad decision-making here, picking against FlyQuest again, as they're going to be going up against Ghost. Now, this particular battle, I got to give it to him. Very, very difficult match to predict who is going to come out with the victory here. I definitely sat there for a long time thinking about which one I was going to pick there. I think I went with FlyQuest in the end, but still, either way, this is the battle of the two teams who have managed to pull off the upsets. FlyQuest has a win over G2. Ghost has a win over NRG. Both have a veteran player that is playing the best we've seen them out of all the seasons they've played. So this match has a lot in store for us right now.
It took me about 20 seconds to pick for mine.
Oh, really?
I have faith in FlyQuest. Corrupted G played out of his mind last week, and I know just in general, seeing Sat Jr. and after chatting with him, knowing that he really, really wants to make his mark and put himself in the land yet again for the 4th time in a row. That being said, talk about classics, since we do have easy demolitions now. Yeah. Well, not easy, but since everyone has said that something's a little bit different, right?
The players feel much more comfortable demoing right now.
And they feel like demolitions are a bit more of a thing they can confidently go for, right?
They certainly can. So we will get into the match here. We will see who is able to come out with a victory of both these teams who have made waves. You heard Kernovi in his interviews predicting FlyQuest to be the team most likely to take the victory, to take away the reigning championship title from NRG. So we'll see if they're able to do it here. Corrupted G starting off early, picking up a pass from the corner. He'll put this one through just 15 seconds into the game.
He wants to pad those stats just a bit. And look at the banner. That's the first time seeing a banner. I almost forgot.
Easy.
Calculated easy. Corrupted G. He will not miss a shot.
This is going to be a lot of fun. There's definitely like a significant number of banners I have yet to see, so I'm excited to see what these players are rocking today.
The best part is we don't get to know until they score.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea. We can see at the very end of the game, too, with the team who wins. Classics looking for Lethamyr, trying to find a connection. This one pass will go back out in the middle. Here comes a follow-up, but blocked away there by Zane Jackie. Sad Jr. will follow along to 50-50, just able to get there first. Lethamyr with a solid clear. Zane Jackie falling through the air, over the top of Chrome, back down into the box. Lethamyr in to finish it. Look at this pass from Zane Jackie.
The one right off the ceiling to put it down as fast as possible for his teammate. Zane Jackie beating Chrome on defense. Corrupted G facing the wrong way, completely grounded. No way he'll get there before Lethamyr puts it under the crossbar. Tie game, 4:20 left.
They definitely believed that Chrome would get there in time. The blazing touch from Zane Jack. You'll send it away. Lethemir finishes it off. Well, we got a tie game here in game number 1. Best of 5 between these two neck-and-neck teams. Make waves and statements here in week 4. Chrome slowing this down in the corner. Classics will touch it high. Now Sad Jr. He's got this one in the midfield by himself. His teammates tangled up in the corner. 50-50 from Lethemir goes out to mid. Chrome looking for Sad Jr. on top of the box, back in front, cleared away. G now in his own corner past 1. Zane Jackie airborne first onto the backboard, but Sad Jr. with the touch away. Now Lethemir to Zane Jackie, shot towards net. It's wide and Chrome will clear it. Zane Jackie with a follow here. He'll just remain in the 1 position, now carrying it towards the box again. Corrupted G with a soft save. And Chrome's 50-50 goes back into his own corner. Lethemir looks for Corrupted G in net, and the pressure from Ghosts right now really being put on here. Continue to pressure this.
They do have control, but not a lot of these shots on net. More threatening to beat shots, so it is forcing the defense to push it through, but they're not going for that second contest. You can see right here, unanswered again. If they'd been there to contest it, they would have beat the defender, but they're not dedicating too hard just yet.
Zane Jackie in his own corner. Drop this one back. Some soft touches from both sides. Lethemir over to the side, and Zane Jackie will look to back pass. He puts it out into the middle here, away from the offensive players from FlyQuest. Carries this one around in his own corner. Zane Jackie now pressuring in. He'll look to set it up off the backboard. Gets it past 1, dropping it down, but the follow from Sad Jr. off of the wall will take it away from Classics, who wanted to take the shot. From over the top of 1, Zane Jackie rotating. Lethemir hangs back in his own half. The shot comes through from Classics. Now get the lead over to the Ghosts.
I was unprepared. The defender was unprepared. This shot from Classics really striking in with a beautiful penguin banner. Corrupted G wanted to drop that straight down for Sad Jr. You could tell they were already trying to prepare for a counterattack. Corrupted was going to drop it, and Sad was prepared to try and clear that for him. But Classics, bodying its way in between that, passing, and unable to do that. They will now be up by 1 goal.
Just past halftime, plenty of time for FlyQuest to equalize once more. Sad Jr. over the top of Lethemir. Zane Jackie picks it up with the read. His touch is soft, but he'll be able to follow it up. Classics will just loft a bit. A demolition onto Chrome. Have a bit of space there, but Lethemir makes use of all of it, sends it all the way down the net, puts it through. Demolition, and then just all the defenders, I felt like, were over on the side wall, leaving it wide open here for Lethemir.
Yeah, Corrupted G, after he saw the demo, probably wanted a nice hard high clear, but a slight mistouch as he had to read it quick. It didn't have a lot of time before it bounced too far off that wall, and he was in a bad position, so he had no choice but to try and clear that, but when it was a bit weaker than anticipated, he gave it up after that demolition.
Ghost now down by 2. They'll go for the cheat up kickoff. Let's see if they can equalize quickly. Ghost or Chrome there with a solid shot, cleared away by Lethemir. Sad Jr. moves to the other corner. Chrome misses in enemy territory now. Zane Jackie with the follow through, going for the soft play, pulling up the defender and then looking to drop it loosely. Classic takes another shot towards the blocks, blocked away by Chrome, but Zane Jackie in with another shot. So he goes high. Pass to Classics. They'll keep the offense going. Classics and Zane Jackie doing significant amounts of work on the offense right now, with Lethemir just working in that anchor position, working as the 3 who moves in when he needs to, but then falls back quickly and allows Zane and Classics to stay aggressive. Chrome with a soft touch towards the box. Sad Jr. might look to redirect, but interrupted by Lethemir. Now with the solid clears, they're able to move it into the box and keep it there. Bit of offensive pressure here from FlyQuest. We'll be able to get that one through the loose Ghosts player. Wins a 50-50 with Zane Jackie to put it to the far side. And Lethemir will soft touch this one over the midfield line. But final minute of game 1 here. And down by 2, FlyQuest needs to find a way to score. They're getting the pressure they need. They have to be able to send shots on net. The pass up towards Corrupted G will not connect. Lethemir will send it back out to midfield, steal a boost, and then he's just trying to buy time at this point.
Yeah, and you can see just Ghost spreading out on defense, putting someone on the backboard. Already, Lethemir waiting on the back, Zane Jackie waiting on the ground, and Classics there to follow behind. So they're really covering all their ground so they don't give up any goals here in the last 30 seconds.
Zane Jackie to pass towards Classics, shot towards net over the top of the last defender. Can he finish this one off? He lofts it again. Zane Jackie's up, but this one slow enough, and Sad Jr. with the speed, get it away, keep them from scoring again. But playing defense is not going to win FlyQuest any games here. have to move this one down the field, and as the final 10 seconds counting down, Ghost going to be able to take game number 1, even up till halftime, and then 2 quick goals gave Ghost the lead. They'll hold on. Just got to do it 2 more times.
Definitely still a bit quiet for both teams. Only 4 shots for FlyQuest and 8 shots for Ghost. So while it is double, 8 shots still sometimes can be misconstrued, especially since not all those were massive threats on the net. 3-1, only 2 assists for Ghost and only 3 saves for FlyQuest and a single save for Ghost Gaming. Kind of quiet for both teams, but you know, a win's a win. Ghost did play the way they needed to play. They seemed to, you know, and once they had the lead, they dropped back and they played a lot more patient. Yeah. Which that's kind of like, I don't want to say a controversy, but that is like a philosophy that some teams might not do. Some teams are like, we just have to continue the way we're playing because clearly it's getting us the win. And some like to drop on defense because they're confident. And being confident on defense, I think, is really strong. Yeah. But I think FlyQuest will need to pull it off that backboard a bit more because they were relying on it a bit too much.
It was interesting to me that we saw here Lethamyr scoring 2 of the 3 goals that Ghost put in, but then once they had that 2-goal lead, he was playing a lot of anchor, a lot of third. He was hanging in the back and allowing Zanejack and Classics just to be bullies up and in the net. And the one thing we didn't see a lot of, we talked about a lot pregame, is that, you know, the most recent patch made demolitions a little bit more available for all the pros. We saw almost no demolitions in this game.
Yeah, and that's a little uncharacteristic. And I think a lot of times what you'll see is whenever a team is up and they want to find their comforts, they go to their natural states. Classic's natural state is not in his own half. His natural state is in someone else's half, doing whatever he can.
And there was the one goal I forgot for a moment there, where they demolished Chrome, that put him in the corner, that created the 2v3, and that was kind of, I think that was the 3rd goal we saw there from Ghost. So it did come into play, but it wasn't a significant amount of offensive, of bullying, of physical play. So we'll see if they continue to play the same way here. And will FlyQuest be able to find an answer? Felt like they had good defense and good transitional play, but struggled to move defenders into the corners, create open shots. Zanejacky to carry this one at the beginning of game 2. Over the top of 2, puts it in by himself. Look at Zanejacky go.
Watching 2 go for this, I was a bit scared. You saw Lethamyr underneath, not expecting Zanejacky to get yet another touch. His 3rd one in a row, even just completely pulling out that defender, giving them the first goal within 20 seconds.
To carry it up and then get on the side of the ball and push it over ever so slightly to change the trajectory, the defender would miss. Cheat up kickoff going well here for Ghosts. They'll look to see if they can get up by 2. Krupachin into the corner. Zanejacky picks this up, wraps it back around, puts it back into the box. Beautiful control. There will be no follow-up from his teammates, but excellent maneuvers. Classic shot over the top of the 1-roll from Krupachin. Being blocked away by FlyQuest defense. A touch over the top of Chrome. Just these soft touches that are barely moving the FlyQuest players out of contention. Oh, Classics up onto the backboard. Another shot from Zanejacky. The pressure here, and they're just beating FlyQuest to the ball by a millimeter over and over again.
Yes, Sad Jr. felt pressured to coming in for that, assuming it was going to get contested. And I think him and Corrupted could have communicated a bit more there. If Corrupted knew no one was contesting, he should have told Sad Jr. to leave it so that he could clear it out. Sad Jr. felt like he had to push it to the side, but somebody was there patiently waiting to push it right back in front of net.
Now, I believe this is 5 unanswered goals that we've seen Ghosts put up. So it was FlyQuest scoring early in game number 1, and they have yet to put another one in. 2 goals in the first minute from Ghost in game number 2. Very much in control right now. The play pass, Classic, Sad Jr. Krupachin bunched up, gives them options, but also makes it easy to tackle. Krupachin with Chrome in direct support. Krupachin over the top of 2. Touch, pinch into the corner. Sad Jr. tries to bump Lethamyr. And what a 50-50 pass Zanejacky as well, doing a lot of solo work instead of rotating. Just following along the ball. Krupachin demo to the midfield, he'll spawn back. Sad Jr. moves up. Some long clears coming through from both sides right now. 3:08 left on the clock. Still Ghosts up by 2.
FlyQuest has had 3 shots total this game. Not a lot for them.
Oh, good pass from Chrome. Krupachin couldn't put it on the target. It's a solid offensive play, probably the best play we've seen from them since they scored early in game 1. The defensive block from Sad Jr. and the miss from Lethamyr. They'll keep the ball in the box. FlyQuest looks to play defense and keep this one away. Cannot afford to be scored on right now. Zanejacky will come through, he'll put it in. and they could possibly be sealing it right here before halftime in game 2.
I've got to give it to Gibbs, man. Classics is playing out of his mind right now. That pass out to Zane Jackie, to Sad Jackie.
Sad Jackie,
Happy
sure.
Jackie. Happy Zane
Jr.
Jackie. But even that, Classics bringing it in that time before, that save by Sad Jr. I can't believe you actually read it. But Classics carrying it all the way and then almost getting his own rebound off the side of the goal. So he really is playing consistent right now and not as physical as usual. Maybe it's a conscious decision.
I don't see... it feels like right now FlyQuest is opting for very reactive play. A double demolition in the corner, not something you see very often. Two players demolish each other there. Classics off the demolition will be far back on the defense. Oh my goodness, what a pass there from Lethamyr. Classics nearly able to finish it off. That's past 2 players. If Crumb can keep this one down, Corrupted G moves in onto the backboard to try and tap it into the box. Open net, but nobody in a position to finish it off from FlyQuest. They'll keep the ball in the orange, but finally the clear comes through all the way down the field. Lethamyr's there. He'll put it all the way. No, it can't go in. The defense holds, just barely putting their cards in the way. FlyQuest will keep the lead from increasing. 147 left to go, down by 3. Really got their work cut out for them. It's a difficult comeback, but it's happened many times.
Ghost really just finds themselves between all of these plays that FlyQuest are attempting. Right there, Lethamyr between Chrome and Corrupted. They just can't find each other right now for these passes. Ghost just seem to be everywhere.
Corrupted G in the air, over to the corner. Finally, FlyQuest starting to really pick up the pace on offense, putting more and more pressure on Chrome. Goes for the demolition in net. There's the physical play we were expecting. Zane Jackie will play the pass to the corner. Keep it from crossing, creating a shot opportunity for FlyQuest. Now Chrome in again, past 2. No shooter once more. Clear it gone to the side. Final minute of game 2 approaching. FlyQuest with their work really cut out for them. They've got to score quick and fast here, Carpet.
3 goals in 1 minute is going to be pretty daunting, especially the way the Ghost has been turning around, making sure they leave somebody back. Lethamyr there again at midfield. He knew he was last defender, and he had to come contest that.
Zane just got 2 demolitions. Creating a 1v3 play for a moment here, and understandably, oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Look at this shot.
I honestly thought Zane Jackie was going to pass this back down to Classic and he wouldn't get there in time, but instead Zane Jackie just opts for... I don't even know how there's an angle there. I don't know what part of his mind processed and said, I've got a shot here. Let's take the shot.
The replay camera, which generally is really good at capturing the action, didn't even know what to do. He's like, you couldn't even see him behind the ball. So it was such a crazy angle right there in front of the net. Beautiful stuff by Zane Jackie, essentially securing the victory here for Ghosts. They'll move up by 2 in the series, and FlyQuest. We said this was a very hotly contested match. Both these teams have had victories over big teams, over big dynasty teams. They've gotten upsets here in Season 4. But being able to secure the wins against each other is huge. And right now, Ghosts making a case that they are the better of the 2 squads.
And if we know anything about this season, everyone has been keeping their composure a lot better. We see a lot more teams really fighting when they're down by 2 games, and it just seems like they have nothing left. And you'll see it in a second here on the scoreboard. Look at Zane Jackie's stats. He got every single goal. He got all 4 goals with 6 shots. That's actually insane.
That is bonkers.
The amount of shots is high, the accuracy is nuts, and the goals are really high as well. And something to note, so when I was looking at some stats last week for FlyQuest, FlyQuest's goals from week 2 to week 3 actually dropped, even though they seemed to improve. And it seemed that maybe that means they were going for the harder plays, or the teams they're going against had a lot more defense, whatever it was. So even though it's like overall their stat dropped, they actually performed better that week. And now we see them again very low scoring, or any goals at all. They really are struggling to get anything on the board.
Once so far this season. Or this season. This series. This match. That would be really rough if it was by this season. Poor guys.
Yeah.
No.
And they just lost 4-0. I mean, 4-0 is one of the bigger gaps we've seen this season. Everything's been really close, 1 to 2, maybe 3 to 4 if we're going to get that high. But they're usually, both teams are just having an all-star match if there's going to be a lot of goals scored. So the fact that they're struggling this much makes me feel a little bit off. I'm not to be biased, but since I picked them and I was so confident about them, I'm, come on. But no, they don't. I mean, they don't seem to be. I mean, I'll put it this way. I can't really say much about FlyQuest because Ghost is playing out of their minds.
They are. They are
playing so well.
The shots that we saw Zane Jackie hitting in that game, they have scored 9 unanswered goals right now in this series. Since the very first goal of the series, FlyQuest has yet to score. and they're struggling to keep their net clean as well. Like, as much as we're seeing their defense play as good of a save as we're seeing Sad Jr. make, allowing 4 goals in a game where you are not scoring at all, very, very rough stuff. And Lethamyr can score right off the bat here. The kickoff gone awry from FlyQuest, and Ghost has the lead.
Generally, you're going to want to have some plans on kickoff. Chrome did cheat up with Corrupted G, and Sad Jr. went, but Corrupted wasn't able to get the kickoff he wanted. And for those of you, I don't know how many people really pay attention to the kickoffs, but most pro teams have some sort of strategy when they're approaching a kickoff. And most people that are going for kickoffs can control where it goes to a decent degree.
Well, the kickoff is the only situation in Rocket League where you guarantee to know exactly where the ball is and exactly where all of your opponents are and exactly where all of your players are. It's the only formation sort of situation you have. So it makes sense that the teams would really think through it a very particular way, but it's also the most true 50-50 where it's just so impossible. Oh dear, is this going to go in on the touch from Corrupted G? No, Classics might be able to pass this one out. Zainjackie turns for the 50-50, going in Sad Jr.'s favor. Lethamyr moves in to keep the offense going, but they'll dodge that bullet for a moment. Keep this one away. They do not want to continue to concede goals. 10 goals straight they have conceded to Ghosts. They have to find a way to score and shut down this explosive offense right now.
And you made a comment about it. Lethamyr really does seem to be finding himself more comfortable on defense, which is a little bit different than what we saw from him last season even. We knew he was quite the striker, putting in a lot of very highlightable goals. Apparently it's the tri-4 formation here.
I've never seen 3 players boosting that close together in a professional match, and they actually have offensive control right now off of it too. The 2 players bumped each other in the corner from FlyQuest, and then the third, I believe, was Sad Jr. was unable to hold on to the ball and just stall for time. Honestly surprised that even though they moved out in that super tight, ridiculous offensive formation, I'm surprised they didn't score off of that. So far, FlyQuest doing a better job shutting down the offense of Ghosts in this game. Only conceded 1 goal so far. By halftime, they had basically lost the game already in game 2 as they were down by 3. Chrome just whiffing straight past it. I don't think that was a tactical decision. I think he just straight up missed the ball. Lethamyr moving down Corrupted G to follow this one through. Trying to hold on to ball control. He's got Chrome to pass to. Nice play past 1, but Lethamyr, what a read. Moving it back down, nobody in net. Zainjackie looks for the zone, clears it out, and Lethamyr will score.
Just smacked Sad Jr. Just a good old smack in the face. Honestly, I saw Zainjackie in the net, and at first I was like, oh, someone's back on defense. And then I realized, like, oh, that's an orange player. Never mind, that's Zainjackie.
Yeah.
And then I saw him go for poor Sad Jr.
Yeah, able to clear him out, up by 2 now. Ghosts making FlyQuest's life hard. And looking like they're going to sweep them unless FlyQuest can somehow change it up. The burn continues, 11 conceded goals right now. The G shot towards the net is wide. Classics with the follow, pick up his corner boost and flick it over Sad Jr. He continues to hold on to ball control here, but the 50-50 goes in Chrome's favor, but not before Classics demolishes him, which just gives all the space here to the Ghost boys. Lethamyr will try to put another one in. It doesn't quite go through. Zainjackie shot is high as well, and she gets a clear, but Classics, what a read. Back into the corner. Sad Jr. just to try and slow this one down. He needs to gain some semblance of ball control, of offensive control for his team here. They are just having to play so reactive. And even there, where Corrupted's able to fake out too, Zainjackie moves in and picks it up before Corrupted can get ball control again.
Ghost won't let a single thing pass. Oh, another incredible pass, but what a save!
2 went up. They'll finish it off again. Lethamyr gets this one, a hat trick for him. 12 conceded goals now from Ghost.
Oh, that was the most situational pass I think I've ever seen in my life. It just happened to bounce off of Zainjackie's lifeless body as he sat there getting bumped into the corner. But just watch Ghost on defense. They're not letting anything past the halfway mark.
Can FlyQuest score is my question right now. They do not want to get shut out 2 games in a row here, especially with the degree that they're getting scored on. Want to at least gain a bit of honor back at this point. 1:47 left to go, down by 3. Quite the comeback to force game 4. They're going to put another one in. 2 games now. They've conceded 4 goals. They have yet to score in either.
FlyQuest is really struggling to communicate at this point and be a team. Chrome coming a little too far from outside of net for that. Corrupted G on the back wall. Sad Jr. had contested that earlier. It doesn't really, an awkward semblance kind of what they're forming right now. I don't truly understand what they're approaching at the moment.
That was the most neutral kickoff I think I maybe have ever seen. And finally, Corrupted G will put the goal in. He'll stop the bleed. And what is this, 13 goals straight? And finally, we see FlyQuest get on the lead. I've never seen the kickoff and the cheat up completely neutral. I mean, maybe once or twice, but still, that was pretty crazy.
And it still ended up going in someone's favor. FlyQuest able to get a goal. Corrupted G now the only one to score for his team this series.
They need to tie the greatest comeback in RLCS history to make this series go on. Do not want to get swept here. Lethemir sends the shot towards net. This one lofted there, nobody in the back. Classics will just put it straight in. 4-goal game once more. 1:18 left on the clock. Basically over here for FlyQuest as Ghost has just dismantled them.
I mean, just so many double commits from FlyQuest. A lot of just hard clears, giving up possession. They really haven't felt like they've had control. And I think a lot of that can be also attested to Ghost really putting on the pressure, stealing as much boost as possible, stopping everything at the midway line, really making them feel like they have no choice but to clear as opposed to getting a passing play. While FlyQuest really hasn't been too organized, Ghost really has been bringing it to him.
They really have been able to just be completely in control here. Corrupted G will put another goal in and make the series a little bit more respectable here for FlyQuest. But at this point, I'm losing faith that there's any chance they're going to be able to come back in this game. Still down by 3 with a minute left.
Especially the way Ghost has been playing defense. They really have been stacking that net, making sure they're covering all grounds. One on the ground, one on the net, one on the backboard, someone contesting. I just labeled 4 positions. That's how it's probably feeling for them.
You know, now just feeling a little bit undermanned, a bit overwhelmed. As Ghost has been completely in control. Corrupted G could possibly put in another one here. And we'll find the follow-up there, but Classics, excellent defense. Lethemir with the transition down the field, and Classics, it just goes in off the touch from Lethemir, unable to make the clear there. Back up again.
This touch, though.
Oh
that touch was incredible. Chrome missed the boost. That's got to be crushing. He could have had that, but he just missed the corner boost. Tried to find his way to potentially even wave dash there across the net.
We're up to
6-2.
6-2. 8 goals so far in the game. World record's 11 in a game. That's happened many times. 4 or 5 times so far, but never been broken. At this point, they're running out of time to hit that record. But a dominating win here from Ghosts. They had complete control. At the very beginning of the series, we saw FlyQuest score, and then we saw Ghosts come back and tie it up. We thought we got a series on our hands here, but ever since that moment, they run away with it. Another goal there by Corrupted G, but still, just basically padding fantasy stats at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great pass in from Chrome, to be honest, and that is Corrupted G's 4th goal this series, and the 4th goal for his entire team. He's got 3 goals to 4 shots, so he's got incredible accuracy right now, 75% just this game alone. But yeah, there's no way they're going to get these 3 goals in the last 13 seconds. It's really just seemed to be a story of, oh wow.
They only need 2 more to break the record.
Here I am.
I mean, can you, oh my,
Chrome with the
FlyQuest
salt
would have
banner.
scored 2 more. With the salt banner. Oh,
With the
that's
salt banner.
beautiful. Seriously, I have not seen the vast majority of these. This is pretty fun. Love it when they add new stuff. I wonder if we'll get to see a DFH day or a Champions Field day today. 2 really gorgeous maps. That one will touch the ground. No records broken here. Ghosts 3 games straight. Complete dominance.